everybody. Paul, very family-friendly gaming, and with me is
Team Gamer.
And this is a brand new series. We're starting, and we discussed this for quite a while actually. FFG Reacts. This is FFG Reacts for
the EA Play event, which is the beginning of E3.
So this is the first, well, technically our second E3 video, but the first real kind of E3 coverage going on. And this is about their press conference, our kind of reaction to it, what we think, our thoughts, as we saw things. So
there was another one, but it was only for one game, so we didn't see a point in making a video. I might mention it here and there with a later thing we're talking about.
And maybe we do like kind of a wrap-up video.
Yeah, talk about it.
So I took notes.
I didn't.
Front and back.
But he doesn't use the right side of the paper. He's not about that. He's not about that Asian writing. He just, no. Right side of the paper.
I'm all about that left, left, left.
You see, you go straight down.
Okay, so let's get the right side. They started with Battlefield V.
5 Roman numerals.
I missed the first 4, and I'll miss 5 too. So they said, it looks M. It definitely looks M. The blood, the violence.
And here's how we knew
language.
It was probably M. So there's this one very graphic scene that we saw. So it's the middle of a battlefield, you know. Go figure, it's a battlefield game. I can't see why they're in the middle of the battlefield. So they're in the middle of the battlefield. A plane starts crashing. The plane's crashing. Oh, it's just gonna crush the guy, right? Wrong. He goes right into the propeller.
Oh yeah,
and he gets chopped all up.
Yeah. They said that for this was a World War II game, and they wanted to show the brutality of war. You know, I'm wondering maybe that should just be AO. You know, honestly, I don't know why M is just like the ends. You know, and it's like AO is only pornography. Why can't you just say, you know, it's so bloody? Yeah, yeah.
America's more fine with gore, but less with pornography, and versus like in Europe, it's the other way around.
Yeah. Europe doesn't like the violence. They jack up the rating on violence. Yeah. They said it's not going to be pay to win, and they're going to have a Royale.
Which is like PUBG, H1Z1, the Minecraft Battle Mode, DayZ, and PUBG, Fortnite. I'm trying to think of all the Battle Royale games. Realms Royale. It's a lot of them.
Okay, too much for me. Then we went to FIFA 19, which you had a comment about, and it was looking really good. But you're like, is this just the PC version?
It's probably just the PC version.
And this is just the cutscenes. It looked like because
there was some gameplay in there, you can tell.
Well, yeah, but it's like the celebration after you score a goal, and they zoom in.
During one scene, they probably went to the replay feature, which is in Madden, which is how I get my clip art for the series, which you can see. It had the circle around one of them in one part, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, okay.
So part of it was gameplay.
Yeah, but it's the zoomed in gameplay, because every time we get a FIFA game, it's like, are there players down there?
And if you go on replay mode, you can zoom in real far.
I'm trying to, yeah, I know, in replay, but in the gameplay, it's like, I can see the whole field. In one zoom shot, it's like, why do we have to have the blimp view? I don't know. Of course, I've said this before. I would love to see first-person version of sports games. I think that would be interesting. But anyway. So, first I thought they had a World Cup. They said it was some kind of a League Cup or Champions Cup.
Club or
something. I was
something to do with the UEFA or something.
Yeah. Then they showed the World Cup, and it was like, well, that one looks a whole lot nicer. So... they were all online. Let's show you some more online.
They also talked about quite a bit of offline too. I don't know if you were listening to that part.
They had a little offline, but they
kept talking about the franchise mode, which is offline.
Franchise is offline and online.
Yes.
Both.
But it still has offline.
Okay, I don't know without playing the game, because in the past it's been that way. They could change that and go only online.
They had the story only, which is offline only. They had the play now, they had all that stuff. They had the tournament, which is also probably both. Ultimate Team's the only probably online exclusive and head-to-head. So
they also mentioned a free trial for FIFA 18.
Which is, we don't know how long.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's out right now, I think.
That was my question. And they're like, right now you can go download FIFA 18 for a free trial. It's like,
and then the other question is, do we need
a game?
EA Pass in order to access said thing?
Do you have to pay them more money to get that free trial?
Because I know from other stuff you do. Yeah.
They talked about the power of streaming and how they're going to be changing their games for more streaming-friendly stuff.
Like Utomic, didn't we review that or do something with it? Utomic, some application you have me download when we stream games.
Oh, Utomic, I think so, yeah.
It sounds like what it's going to be.
Yeah. And then they had a commercial for the Origin Access Premiere.
Which is basically just a new version of the Access. what I'm thinking is they're doing away with their old subscription and with the new one, because the new one includes all.
I wonder if this is going to be like a gold membership, like we have silver membership and you have gold membership, like a higher membership level.
Maybe.
I don't know. It could be a replacement, like you said. It may be a higher tier.
It's probably
Pay
just
us
going to
more.
become a replacement,
It
though.
probably will be. They had some bad language going on there. Then they talked about
The Jedi Fallen Order, which reminds me of the PC games, which we might do gameplay of, but it'll be all non-monetizable. But I do have the entire Star Wars Jedi training stuff on the computer downloaded and everything. What they were essentially was just games where you were a Jedi and you were learning. And one of them was like learning, one of them was as a Jedi.
Yeah. They talked about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It'll be here Christmas 2019. And they said that it'll be between the third and fourth movies.
Here's what really triggered me.
Oh, yeah, I remember
They
this.
talked about the Dark Ages, and they said, so for any hardcore fans, between what episodes is that? Now, if you are I'm not even a hardcore fan, and I know what the Dark Ages were. You see, it's in between 3 and 4. And then there's like, oh, it's between 3 and 4. If they're a hardcore fan...
Yeah. What did you really want, though? You were really hoping
I was hoping it'd be Knights of the Old Republic.
There you go.
We haven't had a game in there, and then I was also hoping for the next game, Star Wars Battlefront. They talked about going to an era everyone's asking for. I was like, they already have Clone Wars, so what's left? It's either the future or Knights of the Old Republic. Nope, we're going to Geonosis. All right, that's... Thank you. He said new. I didn't expect it to be something that was in Battlefront 2 originally.
From there, they went on to Unravel 2. Which they said is out today.
It looks interesting, but...
It does.
It looks like it's very fluid, but the question is it practical? Because those guys have probably had tens to hundreds of hours to practice those maneuvers. Is it going to be as easy for someone at home to just pick it up and two people to do these same maneuvers?
Because it's all about, they said it's all about co-op, it's about togetherness and optimism. Okay. It released today. Obviously, no physical copy because I did check Amazon. It's not out there, so it's, and again... Or
they haven't listed it yet because it was supposed to be a stealth.
Unravel was never a physical copy either. It stayed digital download. They never bothered to have a physical copy, so it's kind of like, ugh. Then they mentioned that Macabre franchise A Way Out and EA Originals. Then they got us into one that is borderline.
It could be good, but it also could be bad. Like, it's going to depend on the execution.
Yeah. Sea of Solitude.
It reminds me of like what was that one game that you played on the PS3 with that weird monster thing? It was all dark looking. It was like a puzzle.
Papo and Yo.
Yeah, it reminds me of stuff like that.
So this one's called Sea of Solitude, and it's about being lonely. And the lady who wrote it talked about she was lonely.
So she's saying the game.
Oh yeah, she's like, I'm such an artiste. I was like, okay, good for you. Whatever. And when you're lonely, you turn into a monster. A monster, a monster.
You have red eyes, lots of fur, and you're basically turned into a shadow.
It reminded me of that Sony Gravity one. Remember the anti-gravity?
Gravity Falls?
Gravity Falls, yes. It reminded me of that one in a lot of ways. To me, it looked like a horror game. For a lot of the gameplay they showed, and they said early 2019 you can start to avoid that game.
It looks like a spiritual horror or something.
Yeah. NBA Live 19, they had a trailer for it.
Which just like 18 is going to be overcomplicated.
Yeah, and then they talk about they brought back the horrible The One. Thank you. We didn't like it last year, so you bring it back. Great. September 7th is when you can have the substandard basketball game.
I mean, Fortnite's pretty much killed 2K and every other game.
So Madden NFL 19?
It has nice graphics, but like they didn't really show us any gameplay or any teaser trailer. They didn't really show us much other than just the champion of the tournament, which was and the wide receiver for Pittsburgh.
They showed a guy with a belt because he beat people in an EA tournament.
You say that like you could go beat him. You so confident?
Hey, they put me in a UFC cage with him, and I'll certainly take him out.
Oh, you gonna beat him in his realm, which is the Madden games?
I don't know about that. Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I would certainly be very unpredictable. He wouldn't know how I play. After that, then they brought out 2 jabronis to play a lame mobile game that was way too long.
It looks like it could be interesting. It's going to depend on execution. Unfortunately, I don't think my phone will be able to run it.
Probably not. I found it pretty boring, honestly. And then they go, we've brought back Command and Conquer with Command and Conquer Rivals. That's what it was. And I said, oh, great. You know, they tried to free up with Ultima and it failed. And
They never said it was going to be a free app, though.
I have a feeling it will be. Cause
it's most likely, but like they never said for sure that it was.
Yeah.
They just said the alpha was free.
Yeah, well, we'll find out.
It is EA, you know, they're all about that money. It's either going to be filled with microtransactions or it's going to cost money up front.
Yeah, it'll be expensive one way or the other. Then they had some guy come out and claim that it's all about you, the players, and giving you the choice. And I said, well, okay, what about physical copies, playing offline, single player modes, and then he talked about their play to give their 3 charities, but nothing for Christians. So I was like, yeah, you seem to still be kind of missing it. Even back when they, EA had that motto about challenge everything or whatever, and it's like they wouldn't challenge immorality or something. I pointed that out and they got real mad at me. Such is life. Then finally the game you were waiting for.
Anthem.
Ant Him.
Yeah.
Ant Him.
If you're going to say that, then I can say God Ham. I know you don't like me saying got ham instead of Gotham.
I'm just joking.
Got ham.
I'm having fun here. So the shocking thing to me was the false gods immediately, like right from the beginning.
Right in the beginning. But here's something I want to point out before we get into this. All right, they announced this last E3. They gave us a teaser with a little bit of gameplay last E3. They played the same teaser again before showing us anything new.
You know, and you didn't like the fact that I pointed out that it looked like Iron Man, more like Ultron.
There was probably
characters flying around.
I'm pretty sure there were once before Iron Man or something.
So BioWare employees came out to talk to us about the game. Then they did play. Debate
we
is...
think they play. We don't actually know if they were playing or if it was already recorded gameplay.
Yeah, they're known for that kind of shenanigans and, you know, falsehoods. We're debating T or M. It looks like it might be T. We're hoping.
Especially since
there's no blood. Since
last year when they announced it, they said it was going to be the Destiny killer. Well, unfortunately for them, Destiny's already killed itself, so I mean, there's nothing left for them to kill.
They did have some bad language in the video, so that was kind of worrisome. And February 22nd, in the year of our Lord 2019, is when that will come out. Which is
also Kid Gamer's birthday.
Yes. So that's all of it. Do you have any thoughts about it?
I want to go talk about Anthem a little bit more. Okay, so here's some of my concerns. They said that it was going to be an ever-changing world. Sound familiar? Let me list some games. No Man's Sky, Destiny 1, Destiny 2, Destiny Curse of Osiris.
Forza Motorsport 7.
Forza Horizon, which is supposed to be an ever-changing.
Yeah.
It's static, but it's still big. Yeah. I mean, it's something. There's a ton of games that are supposed to be ever-changing environments, and BioWare claims to have done it again. And then the Destiny 2 Forsaken, which is the reveal we said we might talk about during the wrap-up. They said that their raid area was supposed to be ever-changing. Yet again, everyone's claiming this and we haven't found one. Yeah, you're noticing, it's just like, I remember all the way back in the 16-bit era, they talked about the very intelligent AI they had in their games. You get lots of lies at E3. I remember when propaganda and lies. When we got Destiny 1 day one, you were like, this AI is stupid, they always poke out the same side. So I would sit there and line up at the same spot, waiting for them to come back out. They'd pop out, I'd shoot, they're gone. I'm like, well, that was easy. All right then. So I honestly, I was surprised and impressed that it was a little better than I thought it would be. I went in expecting all kinds of cringes and all kinds of anti-family stuff. It was a little better than I thought it would be. The only part that sort of made you cringe was right at the end when that weird spider thing just jumped at the screen. It was like, oh, hi there. Yeah. The spider thing with a like fly-like body. It was like, hi. Yeah. So that's all our thoughts. Please leave your comments below. I want to thank you for watching. I would like to, I just want to thank everyone for watching again and say that they have a wonderful rest of their day.